Hey guys, and welcome back to Game Nights and Hogwarts Legacy. I am Alynzari, and we will continue our path through Hogwarts as a Slytherin. Obviously, we're loading up. Previous video, quick recap. First video we had a quick tutorial through the intro of the game. Second one we had a chat with some people and I explained leveling up. For now, as mentioned, we will be going to our Charms class and hopefully get that spell. You can of course do some leveling up if you like.
Revelio.
Gathering stuff. That sound says there's something nearby, but I will hunt it down later. Now,
What are you up to
always
now?
try and pick those up, it just makes life so much easier. Now, let me actually show you something downstairs here. I still don't know what these do. Like, I've done that, but there are a bunch of other ones. Okay.
Oh, my exams. Not a one of them deserves more than a tea.
Okay. Now, as you can see, that door is locked. We can't open it. Those of you who are Harry Potter fans are loading more of this
142
spell.
staircases.
Now, obviously, I can't do the Alohomora spell because I haven't learnt it yet. You will learn it later, and part of exploration is, of course, getting that spell to go through locked doors. Now, unfortunately, I can't do that just yet, which is why I don't want to do a full exploration right now.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the
As
lesson.
you can see, we have
And
things
then the
here,
werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you?
and another one
In
of
the
these.
Goblin Rebellion
So,
of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was
0,
Albert
3,
Boot.
and
No, it
that
wasn't.
becomes 2.
Oh,
So
well,
0,
I won't say my
2,
goodbyes. I shall cheer for the
4,
boy. Says you're
and
telling
1
lies.
becomes
Telling
5.
lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
12,
it
1 is
wasn't. It was
5,
Basil's
7.
Oh,
So that's
fight, it's a bold
1,
attack.
3,
Was the Minister a boot or the
5,
Minister a
7.
flash?
Should be.
Stop it, Peeves, you'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will
Success.
be, but you can't get pieces.
Here we go. Some more gear, which is useful.
You'll get us all
And
detention.
another collection.
And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus' sword.
Don't do that. That's not necessary.
The one thing I dislike is not being able to throw spells at Peeves. You can do that in some of the earlier ones, but you can't do it in this one, unfortunately. So let's fix our gear quickly. Mainly because now we have a little extra spell power. Not that we really need it for the start. So, first classroom, Charms class. Here we are. Now we can walk in and just look around. Up there is another locked door, as you can see. Little blue lock symbol, and a couple of chests behind it. And here are other students, some of whom you will chat to. But yeah, let's get to the classroom.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Okay, this can be tricky.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now,
Yeah.
I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Okay, so as I said, this can be a bit tricky. Now you can, in settings, change it from a tap spell to a hold spell, but I prefer to leave it as a tap spell. So
Accio.
pull, release.
Excellent control there. Splendid! Very good!
That one was a bit weak, but we got there. Full points.
Very good! Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go!
There we go.
Accio.
Excellent control there.
Be sharp. how
Okay,
it's done.
as you can see, we are competing quite savagely here. Now sometimes you've got to get it to the right point, and you make sure you're pulling the right one. Otherwise, you can screw this up and
Not
win.
exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
And I'm still winning, like a boss.
Quite impressive. Watch this.
So I can tie if I hit the 30, or I can win.
A perfect score! Remarkable! Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go!
I did screw up the first time I did this. Let's start over here.
Accio.
As
Not to worry.
by that. Timed it wrong. No,
Let us
I don't
see
think I can win now, unfortunately.
There we go.
No. Unlikely.
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
See, now she could beat
That's
me.
it!
Watch this. That is how
Okay,
it's done.
I can still win this if I'm lucky. So, let's see what we can do here, right?
Everyone's watching. But try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well. Nicely done.
Oh, that was close.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Okay, so that is Charms class, and if I'm being honest, it was quite entertaining. I mean, the teacher, yes, he's completely insane, but at the same time, if teachers were as excited about teaching as he is in schools, like in real life, I think it would be better.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Now, obviously I can't talk to him now, but later on, as you progress through the story, you can talk to him and learn more about his story, whether you want to or not. You probably
Hello
don't
there.
have to, but
You're the
yeah.
new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Okay, now obviously Defense Against the Dark Arts is actually down these stairs and not very far away. With that in mind, obviously we've got side quests available, and you'll see there, now obviously all these white flags, there are regions within the map, and the black one gives us side quests. So obviously I could run all the way there, and that's what I initially did, but because we're trying to save time, let's rush over and pick up the side quest. Now you can skip side quests, you don't really have to do them, but they are useful, partly for this, because you've got side quests and relationship quests. Thank you. That's for finishing the second story. Now we have 4 story quests to do for that one. Now obviously, part of your collection getting 100%, you've got to do these side quests. Those are other types of quests, which will of course show up later. Now we have a side quest now. Let's just, so having these things there does annoy me a tad. So let's just get those hidden. And side quest, which shows up there. Now we've got relationship quests, assignments. Oh yes, that other one that's not shown yet, I think that's assignments. And wand handles. Cool. Okay, we'll see what those are in a moment. Let's get to this side quest, shall we? Page. Ah, there we go. For those of you who are interested.
I really have made a mess of things.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Okay, headed into the library. Now,
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why
just
that portrait was
remember to keep an eye out. Now, I don't know if any of you noticed this. This thing here, we can't use right now.
Revelio.
As you can see, nothing will show up. Later on, when we get a different spell, we will be able to use it. There are a bunch of other ones all over the place, you just have to find them. So, the library.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go.
Now, here we have the chest. Those of you who are interested,
Revelio.
we've got the fire there in the chest. You can only get that later on when you pick up another spell, which is why full exploration later is, in my opinion, better.
Accio. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Yeah. Well, I did read it for you last time. I'm not gonna...
Revelio. Accio.
I'm not going to read it fully now, because I think if anyone plays the game, you can either pause the video and read it, or you can play the game and read it yourself. Always best that way.
Revelio.
Anything else here of value? Doesn't look like it. So, there we have a chest. For those of you who are interested, restricted section, hence the lock over there. We are at 4 books, missing 1.
Accio. That's the last book.
And we
Now
have
to
our
take them
book.
back to Cressida.
Excellent.
Revelio.
I've seen them.
Don't talk to me about humiliation.
My broom went up like a bit of flint the other day.
We have another one of these. Excellent.
Lumos.
It's in the library. We have a picture. That side. Here we are.
Revelio.
Ah, there it is. Oh, here's another one. Might as well, right? Cool. Thank you.
Revelio.
Nothing there. Another side quest you only pick up later. And restricted section. So let's head out of the library. Hand in this quest.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Yeah, we could get a reward, but I'm not really like that. Which is why I generally go Griffindor.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin.
Probably a good idea,
Thank
Cressida.
goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
Okay, and we are level 4, so we have a new item there. 2 or 4. Well, because we can't do upgrades just now, no upgrades applied, and no traits, this one can't be upgraded, but we might as well take the one with the best stats, right? Here we have this one, which goes from 0 to 4. For those of you who are interested, you can change the appearance. This one is quite entertaining. Me, I generally go with none, though if we wish to go the whole Death Eater route. But I prefer not. So, still missing some items, but we will get there. Collections, look. Next one, 15 pages. And a wand handle. Obviously we can only use the wand handle once we have our own personal wand, not the second-hand one as mentioned in the first video. Now, which one did I miss? It's because we picked up the wand handle but we can't access it just yet. No problem. Okay. So I think that's everything for this video. We have finished our
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to
Charms
why that
class.
portrait was empty.
Picked up a little bit of XP, got to level 4. Fairly quickly. So yeah, we're doing good. Well, So thank you for watching. This is Game Nights on Alynzari presenting and Hogwarts Legacy. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, comment, do your thing. Thanks for watching, take care. I will see you guys next time.